KSAM Huntsville, broadcasting live from the Wiesner Huntsville studios. We are your hometown radio station, playing today's best country and all your favorites. 101.7 KSAM.
It's the Huntsville Hornets Coaches Show with head coach Rodney Southern, brought to you by Chick-fil-A. Now, here's Carlos Zimmerman and Brian Adams.
Live from the Hornet practice field at Huntsville High School, we welcome you back to the Hornet Nation Coaches Show, presented by our great friends at Chick-fil-A. I'm Carlos Zimmerman. Alongside of me is Brian Adams with the backdrop of the new Huntsville ISD Stadium behind us. We welcome you back here to the show tonight. Brian, how are you?
I'm doing well, Carlos. How are you?
Doing great. You recovered from Utah?
Well, I don't know if I'm fully recovered, but I'm getting there.
We're getting there.
We're getting there, man. What a trip.
I took a 6-hour nap yesterday. Yesterday, which a nap from 8 a.m. to 2, that's not good. The sleep schedule's a little messed up right now, but
exactly.
We're glad to be back here in Huntsville at the Hornet Nation Coaches Show. And before we get started, folks, I do want to just say something real quick. I know we had a lot of technical issues on Friday night with our skeleton crew that we had in Bryan, but we'll hopefully have those, well, not hopefully, we will have those issues corrected for the ball game coming up against Belton and through the rest of the season. Just bad internet and combined with a lot of other issues just rendered our video stream having a little bit of issues on Friday night. So we'll have that fixed for you coming up on Friday against Belton and, of course, going through the rest of the year. All right, now that we got that out of the way, joining us now from the team, as always, is the head honcho himself, head coach Rodney Southern. Come on. I'll give it up for Coach. Coach, how are you, sir?
I'm good.
I'm sure you're feeling really good after how your boys played on Friday night. So, as always, an opening statement from the big win over Bryan.
Yeah, I thought we, everybody always says coaching talk that you make the most improvement from week 1 to week 2. And, looking at all facets of the game, I thought we really did make some pretty significant improvements. Now, the score of the game is sometimes irrelevant in terms of what did you do offensively, defensively in the kicking game. But, to score in all 3 phases of the game and for some of our kids that play a lot to play at the level they played, because the game seemed to just go on and on. I mean, the first 2 quarters lasted forever. And, of course, then in the second quarter was the quarter where we scored 34 points. So, it's kind of hard to complain about anything that you did when you have that kind of performance from a group of kids.
Coach, looking at it defensively, they really clamped down on Bryan. Cole Schroeder had a fumble recovery for a score. Kadarian Easley, a pick 6, which you don't often see a D lineman running it in for a pick 6 unless your name's J.J. Watt. Just what was different with the defense with this ball game compared to last?
Well, I think from week 1 to week 2, you look at the things that you did well. I still go back, and, of course, it's water under the bridge. I thought we let a game get away a week ago. From a physical standpoint, from an execution standpoint. We gave up some things early, but I think the number one, our kids responding to corrections and things that they were doing either offensively or defensively or in the kicking game. And I think our kids responded. I thought defensively we were more physical at the point of attack, which is going to help us every week and obviously help us when we get into district. I thought we were much more physical on the perimeter. In the big play, of course, it was Juwan Giddings that hit the guy that Cole picks up the fumble. Of course, Juwan was offsides too. So, and of course, Kadarian easily, a one-handed interception on a screen. Of course, we'll never live that down. He was grinning from ear to ear Saturday morning. So, but it's good to see, when you're physically, and I've told our kids in the springtime when we finish spring, and I told them first couple days of the fall that we're going to have a good football team. We just have to continue to get better. Now we've got to eliminate some silly things that happened in the first quarter, and we got to cut down on penalties.
Coach, at the quarterback position, Austin Taylor was lights out and performed really up to standard. He was 10 for 12 for 199 yards and 3 touchdowns. Thoughts on his play?
Well, I thought both of them played well in the circumstances. Austin got a few more opportunities and took advantage of them. One of them, he got a break from Savion. Savion made a heck of a catch on a play that he probably shouldn't have thrown, but overall, I thought Austin played well. I thought he managed what we wanted to do. We felt like we could throw the ball, but we're going to try to go into every game and get some form of our run game going because our play action is so much better. I thought, number one, his best thing he handled when we bootlegged or waggled and got out in the open field, he quickly found his number one or number two read. You know, the two big ones to Melton Green and the big one to Savion, of course, probably could have been better thrown, but Savion came back and made a good play on it. So, you know, I thought he managed the game really well, and I don't like using the word manage the game because there are things that you got to continue to do as a quarterback, but I think both of them, you know, Marcus didn't get as many opportunities the other night, but you know, and I always will go back to the same thing they asked me Friday night about that, and I said, the number one thing for the first time in our program, and probably since 2018-19, we've got competition. And, you know, Austin had to compete again today at practice, and that does nothing but make you better.
Coach, despite the huge win, some areas looking for improvement as we move forward?
Well, the first drive, you know, we stalled on the first one, and we get a punt blocked. Now we made up for that play, but, you know, and obviously an offsides call negated that, and then we gave up a touchdown. And we were 14 penalties to their 11. The difference in our penalties this week, though, you know, looking at them, last week we had 3 offsides, we had 2 false starts. We didn't have any of those the other night. I'll take a holding periodically because we all know if you really watch football, there's holding on every play. They just don't call it every play. But we've got to get a better grip on penalties, especially in critical situations. The thing the penalties didn't do the other night, they didn't stop drives.
Coach, we talked last week about the guys in the trenches on both sides, and where they needed to be, where they needed to improve. Just how did they progress on Friday?
Well, I thought O-line we were good the first quarter. We were really good the second quarter. You know, and then we started moving some guys the third and fourth when we were up, whatever it was, 40. You know, we moved some guys around because we played every O-lineman we had. D-line, I didn't think we were as physical on the edge as we were the week before, but the circumstances of what they're trying to do really didn't give us that opportunity. But, you know, again, we played, I think, 8 or 9 guys defensively, and we played all of our O-line guys in different positions. So, you know, that'll be an improvement that we will hopefully carry in every week.
Coach, in regards to special teams, where have you seen some growth, and what do you still need to do to make adjustments with that?
Well, punt, you know, anytime you get a punt block, that's a huge play in a game. It's a momentum shift. It's a opportunity for a team to score. But the thing that happened the first drive of the game, and part of that was Joseph, our punter, and he knew as soon as he came to the sideline, he knew what happened. But that special teams situation was really the only bad one. You know, we ran a kickoff back, we recovered a pooch onside, and gave our team another possession. We tackled. You know, I've been so excited about how well we have covered on kickoff and tackled at the point of attack on kickoff, because that sometimes is something that it's very hard to practice that. Because obviously you don't want Braylon Phelps running full speed at a JV guy or even at some of your better varsity guys. So it's really hard to do that. You know, covering kickoffs is kind of an attitude more than it is a lot of technique, and we've covered kicks extremely well. Joseph is, I think, more mature now in terms of me asking him to kick some things. Now, we had another onside, a little middle onside that he didn't hit good, and they recovered it, which, you know, that's going to happen. It's hard to tell a kicker to kick it 5 yards deep in the end zone, and the next play you want him to kick it 20 yards right over a guy's head. So, but overall, we've got to get that fixed. We didn't block an extra point or a field goal, and we spent 15 minutes on that today because – Jeremiah Winfrey's good enough to do it. We just got to – the angle of it now is so important because your edge rushers now, anybody that's trying to attempt to block a field goal or extra point now has to be in a 3-point stance. and that's a new rule change. But, hopefully that'll get better, and if we can keep the other things where they are, we'll have a chance to make an impact in special teams.
We'll step aside and take a break. Coming up next, we'll look ahead to the matchup with the Belton Tigers coming up this Friday. Coming up next on the Hornet Nation Coaches Show, live from the Hornet practice field at Huntsville High School.
Techspress Urgent Care Clinic in Huntsville would like to help keep your family and friends safe and prevent the spread of viruses. They are a walk-in clinic and offer quick, efficient flu and strep treatment. Techspress Urgent Care Clinic offers a variety of procedures, open 7 days a week. Check their website at techspressurgentcare.com and visit them on Facebook. That's Techspress Urgent Care Clinic, located at 193 I-45 South, near Bahama Bucks and Buffalo Wild Wings in Huntsville.
Did you know that one of your neighbors just lowered their utility bill? At McGilvery Mechanical, we are experts in providing heating and cooling services on all makes and models. When it comes to replacement, we will help you select the best heating and cooling system for your budget. We will analyze your home to ensure that the right size system is selected for optimum comfort. Let our technicians discuss possibilities to lower your utility bill and save you money. Call McGilvery Mechanical and ask us how to save up to 40% on your utility bill. That's McGilvery Mechanical at 936-291-2640. At McGilvery Mechanical, we care about your comfort.
Welcome back here on the Hornet Nation Coaches Show, live from the Hornet practice field at Huntsville High School. The show brought to you by our great friends at Chick-fil-A. Happy Labor Day, everybody. I forgot to mention that at the top. Happy Labor Day. Hope you all enjoyed this holiday while it lasted, because this is the last really, off day we get for the next 2 months.
That's about
so
right. Yeah.
Hope you guys enjoyed every single bit of it, and we're glad to have you with us tonight here on the show. Still with us here is head coach Rodney Southern. We now look ahead at the matchup with the Belton Tigers coming up on Friday. You're back at Bowers. You lost at their place last year, but obviously with a new year comes a new team. What is Belton looking like going into this ball game?
Well, it's really been unique, having the history. I actually pulled their roster Saturday morning, and I saw some last names that are familiar, and that's probably cousins or brothers or sister, whatever it might be. But they're a good football team. They really surprised me how, the score didn't really indicate it, but at one point against Brenham last week it was 27-6, and that game was not as close as the 27-20 score showed. They've had a couple things that have happened to them. They lost their quarterback from a year ago. He actually moved to Waco Midway, but they also had a quarterback move in. His last name's Rumfield, and his dad was actually on my staff in Belton when I was there. So, and the kid's done a really, really good job for them these first two games. But I told our kids today, don't get caught up in what you see, because they're very sound in what they do. They're very, I don't want to use the word simple, but they have a good plan. I think it's a lot like our plan offensively. They're going to run it, play action you. They're going to put the ball in their quarterback's hands. Defensively, they don't physically just overimpose you, but they make so many plays defensively. And some of it is they run to the ball extremely well, especially their front seven guys, and they're constantly moving their inside three. So we're going to have our hands full. And they physically, we talked about it Saturday, they physically whipped us last year in every phase of the game. So, but again, this is hopefully a different football team in a different situation. But they're a good football team. Coach has done a good job over there, even with the split and the two high schools now. I think that program's back to kind of where they need to be in terms of numbers and things like that. So,
Coach, last year their run game was really good against us. What are you guys, you and your coaching staff, doing to prepare for that run game coming this Friday?
Well, it looks a little bit familiar, but I think the biggest thing, I was shocked, even if you watch it as much as you watch film. Last year when we got over how big their offensive linemen actually were. And, when you're big and physical and you're playing young and inexperienced, that's usually not a good combination. I think they're using their run game now to get the quarterback out and get him throwing the ball around. They don't have a running back that I would say that, okay, this is Trayshawn Brown or Braylon Phelps, and we're going to hand him the ball 25 times. I think they're going to look and say, okay, what's your what's your strength, what's your weakness, and they're going to try to take advantage of what you do with a quarterback, number one, and then the run game is a key off of that. But I think between their receivers, their tight ends, and they got a big fullback, big H-back type kid that, they're going to give him the ball and try to do the things they need to do. But I think the game's going to come down to the quarterback.
So, talking about your quarterback situation, you and I, we had conversations throughout last week, and Jordan did as well, who also did a great job covering the ball game for us on Friday night. But you talked about having that separation between Austin and Marcus. And Austin, granted, he gave himself a little bit of that separation. So what's going to be the thought at the quarterback spot going into Friday?
Well, we'll continue. Both of them took first-team reps today, and we had a really good day today. We got a lot of work done, got a lot of film work done. Now Austin, obviously, the things he did well the other night are the things that we've got to continue to get better at, because there'll come a game where we can't line up and run the ball 25, 30, 40 times, so we're going to have to be able to throw it. But, Austin earned the right to keep starting, but we're also going to use Marcus, whether it's at quarterback or at our H position, because Marcus is too good a football player, and he's also a kid who is not afraid to, and he threw a ball the other night that got intercepted because he got hit right before. But if he doesn't get hit, it's probably a touchdown. And, we're going to continue because I love competition. I don't ever want a quarterback to think that, okay, the job's mine all the time. There's somebody nipping at my heels all the time. But, Austin's earned that right at this point.
Coach, kind of flipping to the other side of the ball on defense, where will you have to be the strongest, this coming Friday? On the line, linebackers, secondary? What are your thoughts there?
Well, I think you can't go to sleep and get hit big play. He's thrown the ball over the top against Brenham. He's thrown it over the top against they played Pflugerville Hendrickson week 1. So he's taken his shots when the shots were provided, and he's hit several of them. But again, you got to get guys like this. To me, you got to get him in long yardage situations where it's probably a pass down. You can't line up and just let them run the ball and get their play-action game going, because their play-action game to me is pretty good. And he's dangerous enough as a runner. Some of the things they've got some true RPOs where it's a true run. And if the run's not there and he's going to start to run as a quarterback, and if you don't cover the motion coming out of the backfield, he'll throw it to the motion as he's running. And they've done it both games, and they've hit people. So, athletically, you've got to, number one, take care of that responsibility. But, I don't know that there's a level. I think all three levels, for us have played pretty consistent. That's going to be the key. But, tackling will always – I think will always be the point where you go, okay, we've got to be solid when we tackle, especially in the secondary.
Coach, I asked you this last year. You're playing against a program that you once were the leader of at one point back in the day. Just your thoughts on getting to play them once more and possibly the last time for a little while.
Yeah, it's always interesting, and of course, y'all are going to talk to Coach Del Real, and he played for me there, so it's kind of bitter. A lot of the people that were there that time, I've been gone from there 10 years, and you don't think about those kind of things quite as much. But there's 3 or 4 guys on that staff that were on my staff there, and obviously the quarterback's dad was on our staff. So it's always fun to play teams that that you've got some connection to. Now, it was disappointing last year because we didn't play well. Hopefully we will play much better this week, and I would have loved to got them in a brand new stadium, but that's not going to happen. But we'll make the best of it. I don't pay as much attention now, and I guess part of that's 22 years as a head coach. Those kind of things don't matter as much anymore.
Coach, lastly here, or second to last, keys to winning the ball game on Friday.
Well, we got to continue to run the ball offensively, and when we get an opportunity to make the big plays, whether it's straight drop, whatever we are in terms of what we're trying to do with throwing the football, we've got to take care of the ball, and we've got to score points when we have opportunities. excuse me, defensively, we've got to continue to do the things we've been doing. We've played well. We've been physical enough up front. We've got to got to tackle better because that should get better every week. And don't give up the big play and the what I call the surprise play or the big chunk play where, you know, a guy gets behind you like we had one the other night. They got behind us, and those plays are a lot like block kicks and things. They change momentum so fast.
Coach, one more thing before I let you go. Just looking at that beautiful, beautiful humble abode you got back there, it's looking closer and closer. Do you have an update for it?
Well, it's I think tomorrow they're doing the first walkthrough in terms of fire, and I don't know what all that actually entails. And normally you don't pass the first inspection because there's still a lot of little things they have to do. But, you know, of course, all the chair backs are in, all the seating on the home side is in. There's still a little bit of work on the south end of where there's a big retaining wall, and they're having to close all that in. Then they've got to pour the big footing in front of the press box, which should happen sometime this week. All the speaker poles and a lot of the technical stuff now is going in. So hopefully the end of this week, it will look significantly different. Just on the visitor side, a lot of the work they did with dozers and things, they did a lot Friday. They did a good bit Saturday, and there were a couple guys actually up here today tidying up some stuff in the press box. So we're definitely getting closer. Now the final say, obviously, some of that will be out of our hands because that's a fire and whatever safety measures that you have to go through. But you know, it looks so much better. It's really neat to be able to go in there now, and you know, the weight room floor is all in. There's carpet in all the offices. All the signs on the doors is what the offices are. The coach's office is almost complete. It's a lot of good stuff. Now, September 11th, our new weight equipment, new furniture, and all of our training room equipment will be here. So hopefully that'll be a week that you'll be really close to seeing a final product.
There you have it. Y'all give it up for head coach Rodney Southern. Coach, appreciate you as always for joining us. But before we head to our next break, I want to welcome in here from the coaching staff here in our newly named segment, the Coaches Spotlight. Joining us from the coaching staff is defensive coordinator Amaury Del Real. Y'all give it up for Coach Del Real. Let him get settled in over here. Pop that beautiful headset on, and we'll chat now with Coach Amaury Del Real if you are just joining us. Coach, how are you, sir?
Doing well. How about yourselves?
Doing well. Glad to have you on here. So, for someone who may be tuning in for the first time, just let them know who you are and how long you've been here with Huntsville.
Obviously, like you said, Amaury Del Real. I've been the defensive coordinator now this is my second year. I started coaching here as a freshman linebackers coach, and throughout the years, I stumbled my way into a defensive coordinator role, so excited to be doing that.
I wouldn't say stumble. I think you earned it. Just from you've been here as long as I've been here, so it's good to have you on here, sir. So just let me ask you, what ultimately led you to go the coaching route once you got out of high school?
I think just always being a fan of sports. You know, growing up in Mexico, that's where I was born and raised there till I was 9. Just, you know, playing sports, soccer. You know, I was always a fan of baseball when I was little. Kind of gotten away from that, but then moving to the United States, I didn't stick with soccer as much. You know, I found football. You know, the 2000 Ravens kind of led me to like defense and like the physicality of it. And I think, you know, as I grew up, I wanted to stick around it. And you know, obviously having great coaches that, you know, coach me. You know, Coach Southern being one of them, and a lot of them that can name that are everywhere. You know, around the state of Texas. That's kind of what led me to this profession.
Hey, Coach, you being the DC, how's it been working with the defense so far this year?
It's been fun. You know, it's we have a lot of characters on our defense. I'm sure you guys know a lot of them, and one of them standing over here that we got newly this year. He's a character for sure, but it's been fun. You know, they're doing a great job. Like, you know, Coach Southern mentioned it, that we've run to the ball pretty well. That's one thing that we've kind of started emphasizing a lot of in the spring, and obviously with a lot of the stuff that our offense does, it kept us on our toes. So, it's been fun. It's been fun watching them grow, and, I think we still have room to grow, but it's been a heck of a ride so far.
So Friday night, a lot of your guys really showed out in that ball game. Guys like Kadarian Easley, Cole Schroeder, and, of course, who we'll have on the show here in a little while, Juwan Giddens, had a great ball game from Friday. Just your thoughts from it.
Like I said, I mean, I think the main thing that we've done a great job of is, running to the ball. That's something that, like I said, we emphasized, and they've done a great job. We always tell them if we can run to the ball and give 11 hats to the ball, then we'll give ourselves a chance, regardless of what, the call is. If you have that and a great defense, that's half the battle. And, we've tackled well. I thought we were very physical at the point of attack. We forced, I think, 5 fumbles and only recovered, 1 or 2. I can't remember now. But, they've done a great job. We got to the quarterback in passing situations. And, the kids have taken the coaching, in stride. And a lot of the stuff that we tell them on Monday, Monday mornings like today, they take it to Friday. And it allows them to play fast and, just not have to worry about what am I going to get. It's just kind of become second nature, and they can run to the ball.
One of the things, just a real quick observation from my perspective is, man, this defense is very physical, and I love that physicality. And you talking about it. One of our student guests here shortly is on that defense. But looking at Belton's offense, from your perspective, what are the strong suits and weaknesses you hope to exploit this coming Friday?
Well, I think their strength is their quarterback. I think he'll probably be right alongside with the quarterback from A&M Consolidated. They're very good in the throwing game, and this guy's not afraid to tuck in and run if you give him the running lanes to do it. So I think that's probably their biggest positive, I guess, that they have. And then just something that we're gonna have to be is we're gonna have to be physical in the trenches. I don't think their offensive line is not what you would consider a prototypical offensive line. They have one freshman that's really, fits that profile. But like Coach Sutton said, you can't get fooled by what you see on film before the whistle. Is what happens in between the whistles that really, stands out. They have a big bag that they get the ball to, and he's a big guy, very similar to that guy from Lufkin that we saw, in the scrimmage, but probably not as fast, but definitely as big,
Coach, like Coach Southern alluded to, you also come from Belton. Just playing them once again this year, what does that mean for you playing against your alma mater?
Honestly, I think I'm a little too far removed from those days. That I don't really know anybody from the staff anymore. The last guy that I remember, I actually saw him last year, Coach Engelke, and I think he stepped into an administrative role, so he's no longer there. I think the athletic director, I believe, is Coach Morgan, who was there on the staff, but nobody that's within the program anymore. I'm sure there's some last names that if I looked at it real hard, I'd probably find 1 or 2. But it's cool, I guess, to play your high school. That'd be pretty sweet, But the desire to beat them is not bigger than the desire for our guys to go out there and have a good performance.
Good deal. Coach, you also coach soccer here at Huntsville High School. Just what's that been like, and what do you look forward to for that season coming up?
First off, shout out Coach Taylor. He's a great role model of mine. He's taught me a lot about the soccer game that I used to just play for fun, and getting to learn from him has been awesome. But I think we have a group of guys that is very similar to our football team. We're returning some sophomores and some young guys that'll be juniors and seniors this year that have gone through a program, and they have that hunger to get to the playoffs, which we haven't seen since 2018 when we had that big run. So it's very similar to football. It's kind of funny how it works out that way, where we have youth coming up, and I think it'll be exciting season for sure. And obviously getting to play in the new stadium, I think it'll be a nice way to keep the springtime fun and entertaining in that stadium.
Absolutely. So whenever soccer comes around, folks, you can head to the new stadium as well and check out the Huntsville soccer team as well, the soccer teams as well. Y'all give it up for head coach, defensive coordinator, Amaury Del Real. Maybe one day?
Maybe.
All right, there you go. We'll step aside and take a break. We'll now send it over to the players coming up next. Joining us from the offense first, the man with the singular name as third. Melton Green joins us after the break here on the Hornet Nation Coaches Show.
Dale's Auto Sales is supplying the Huntsville community with a growing selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs. They're low-priced, clean, and dependable. Your driving needs have been solved by Dale's Auto Sales and their caring, passionate staff. Dale's Auto Sales is ready to help you choose your next car, truck, or SUV. Moving Huntsville forward for over 52 years. Dale's Auto Sales. It's a better deal at Dale's. Courage, integrity, perseverance, commitment, not just a job. This is a career with a purpose. The Texas Department of Criminal Justice is hiring correctional officers now. Full and part-time positions available, no experience required, paid training, great health care and retirement, and opportunities for base pay increases with continued service in the first year. Apply now at tdcj.texas.gov/co. That's tdcj.texas.gov/co. Serve Texas with purpose.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here on the Hornet Nation Coaches Show, live from the Huntsville Hornet practice field at Huntsville High School with a beautiful stadium that is almost ready to go right behind us. I'm Carlos Zimmerman. Alongside me is Brian Adams, joining us from the team. He had a stellar night, Friday night, under great lights. And Brian, joining us is the man that goes by the singular name of third. Melton Green is in the house tonight. Y'all give it up for Melton. Melton, how are you, sir?
Good.
Glad to have you on the show tonight. This is your first time actually getting to join us here on the show tonight, so
yes,
welcome. Just how's the summer been, and just how's been the early season been so far for you?
Well, the summer was well. I mean, most of the time I just came out here to summer workouts and worked on football. Nothing else too much, really. And then the early season,
Nice catch.
it been going good, really.
That's good. That's good. Now I'm gonna.
God been blessing me with opportunities.
That's right. That's awesome, man. I'm gonna find my place once again. Here. Oh, is that mine as well?
I think it is. You're a receiver, man. That was a great catch.
That was a great catch, and you had a lot of those on Friday night, which we'll tell you about here in a minute. So just how's it been transitioning back to that school football?
Transitioning back to school. I mean, school, it be all right. I don't really be into school that much, but it'd be all right.
It'd be all right. It'd be all right. Brian?
So let's moving from cornerback last season to wideout this season. What's that change been like for you?
I mean, I started off playing wide receiver when I was younger, so I really been used to it, really. And I always worked on it. I ain't never stopped working on it because that really just been my dream position to play.
Play wideout?
But I love corner, too.
Why do you like corner?
Corner, because you get to hit and you get to be physical.
Right.
Yeah.
Wide receiver, you get to make those touchdown catches and
Yes,
those
sir.
incredible catches. Yeah,
Yes, sir.
I understand.
And, like, being on defense, you're more like a villain.
Right.
Offense?
Yeah, you're more like a hero.
You're the good guy.
There you go. There you go.
That's-
So you had one of those touchdowns on Friday night. 4 catches, 127 yards with that touchdown. Just how did it feel out there? You just felt that night, on Friday night?
Yes, sir. I ain't even celebrate. I mean, I looked at my dad and then did a little salute to God and
Good.
celebrated with the team.
Good. That's what we like to hear. So, working with two quarterbacks, obviously different dynamics because they bring two different styles to the ball game. Austin, more of a pocket passer. Marcus, he can roll out and throw on the run. Just what's it been like working with them in practice?
Really, most of the time, gaining that trust that when they throw you the ball, you can make a play. And most of the time, like Austin, he can put it out there for me. Mm-hmm. And Marcus, like most of the time, he look down the field when he roll out. So I just got to be ready.
There you go.
Let me ask you this. So what'd you work on today in practice, in preparation for Friday night's game?
For Friday night, can't give all our secrets.
Don't
but
give them all.
Most of the time, like 7-on-7, it'd be fun because like we get to do things like work on like the other plays for the other team offense,
right?
And go against our defense with their plays. And then like transitioning, like as you say, from corner, like we be warming up and stuff like that. And Coach Carham, he want me to tuck the ball more.
You got to protect the ball, right?
If he see it out, he make me do 10 push-ups.
Well, that's
there you go.
Today I did like 60, 70 push-ups during practice.
Well, the last thing you want to have happen is catch one of those beautiful balls across the middle and score, or have it knocked out from under. So hang on to the ball, man.
That's good. That's good. Looking at Belton, is there anything that stands out about their secondary to you?
Really, not really. I mean, they be playing man. Like once they get past like their cushion, they mostly a man. But like their little cover 3 defense we'll be able to break through it.
And do you feel like having played both sides of the ball, that gives you a little bit of an edge now that you're back on the offense?
Yes, sir, with my IQ.
With your IQ. Good deal. Brian?
With the new stadium and field house on the way, what excites you about getting to play in the stadium and call it your own? What is that going to feel like?
Getting our first win.
Getting our first win.
First win in our very own home.
That's going to be amazing, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
And getting to play in front of your family, in front of that team. That's good. All right. I'm going to throw a lot of rapid fire away, and I've retooled our rapid fire over the last couple of hours today. I'm going to throw a lot of fast ones at you. Favorite meal at home?
My favorite meal, I go hamburgers and fries.
Hamburgers, fries. You make it yourself, or your dad make it?
Nah, most of the time I be at my girlfriend's house.
Okay. Okay. Are you cooking it, or is she?
She cooking.
Okay, that's fair. Favorite subject in school? I know you said.
Favorite subject? I go with pre-cal. It'd be fun. Because Miss Kaysen, she make it fun. She talk through the class a lot.
Good. Shout out to Miss Kaysen. Least favorite subject in school?
Least favorite subject? I have to go with English.
English.
I don't really like writing too much.
That hurts me as a journalism major, but it's okay. Who's your biggest inspiration and why?
Biggest inspiration? I go with Travis Hunter or Stephon Diggs or Justin Jefferson.
Okay, how come?
Travis Hunter, because he played both sides of the ball, and that was kind of my dream at first, play both sides of the ball in college and be the first one to start on both sides of the ball.
He put a clinic on Saturday against TCU, and of course Stephon Diggs, Justin Jefferson, they stars in their own right in the NFL. What's your thoughts playing for that man over there sitting on the turf, Coach Southern?
Coach Southern?
Yes.
Oh, we came a long way. We got a great relationship now.
It's awesome.
Yes, sir.
So you go. You're doing a good work, Coach. Favorite childhood memory?
Favorite childhood memory? Oh, playing pickleball busting in the yard with my cousins because they was always bigger than me.
And then being able to, make some plays on them.
Yes, sir.
That's good. Favorite NFL team?
Favorite NFL team? I mean, I ain't really got no favorite NFL team. I kind of follow the players.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
I've noticed that trend amongst you guys. You guys really follow the players. So
yes,
Diggs and Jefferson,
yes,
two
sir.
of them. Okay. You have a favorite college team?
Favorite college team? I ain't gonna cap. I'm gonna go with TCU.
TCU. Okay.
Yes, sir. Because they got a lot of speedsters over there.
They do.
But then I like USC too, because Zachariah Branch.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. I've been following him since he came out of high school.
They're the two really good programs that they got going. I think TCU will turn it around. They ran into a buzzsaw.
So now you say something about favorite NFL team, I'll go with the Ravens.
Ravens.
Right there. I like that wide receiver core.
Right there with Coach. His was the defense and then wide receivers. I like that. I was trying to remember who was on it. Whatever.
Zay Flowers, Odell Beckham.
That's right. Trey Flowers, and they got OBJ now.
Yes,
so.
sir.
If you could play a different position in football besides corner, what would it be?
Different position? Oh, I want to play D-line. I don't know why. But when I was younger, that was my first position. I had to earn it to go play wide receiver or play any other skill position.
Gotcha. BA?
Who, any sport out there, who would be your favorite athlete?
Any sport out there?
Any sport.
Be my favorite athlete? I go Odell Beckham.
OBJ.
Just his style and how he put everything on. And then, his work ethic.
And the work ethic.
Yes, sir.
And the one-handed catches or something
he,
else as well.
How he came back from his little injury.
It was good.
His preparation was real good.
Nice.
Okay. Let me ask you this. So would you rather? Would you rather be able to run 100 miles an hour or fly 10 miles an hour?
I say 100 miles an hour because then I'll be able to go here where I want to.
There you go.
But then flying 10 miles an hour, that's too slow.
All right. I'm going to do a little bit this or that with you real quick here. Chicken or beef?
Chicken or beef? I'm going with chicken.
Breakfast or dinner?
Breakfast.
Okay. Gatorade or Powerade?
Gatorade.
Okay. Dr. Pepper or Coke?
Coke.
Okay.
Come my granny.
Okay. Fly by plane or drive?
Drive. I like to see the world.
PlayStation or Xbox?
I'm going PlayStation. I got PS5.
Attaboy. iPhone or Android?
iPhone.
iPhone. Okay. Fries or tater tots?
Fries.
Okay. But they're both potato.
I don't know, though. The tater tots, I'm more like a hash brown,
Okay. I could dig that. Texans or Cowboys?
I got to go with the Cowboys, I guess, because my granny.
Okay. Astros or Rangers?
Astros.
Okay. Attaboy. LeBron or MJ?
Oh, LeBron. Thanks.
That might draw some controversy. Okay, that's all.
You gotta think about it though. MJ most of the time he had a team. LeBron sometimes he did it on his own.
That's true. That is very true. I don't know if that's better for LeBron or not, but hey, there you go. Instagram or TikTok?
I don't got social media.
Okay. That's not a bad thing, you know.
It's not.
It's not. There's a lot of crap out there on social media, so that's good. Thanksgiving or Christmas?
I go with Thanksgiving because you get to be around the family a lot. And, like, you spending more time with them. Christmas, like, you're trying to get your gifts and go. Like, get your money and go spend it.
Yeah, we are, aren't we?
That's good. All right, and my favorite question that I like to ask before I let you go here, if you were stranded on an island, what 4 things would you want with you and why?
4 things? Oh, I would want my family, first of all. A Bible.
Okay.
Then second of all, I need some money. Just to look at it.
Just to look at it?
Make sure I got it.
Make sure.
Then fourth, just food. That's
food.
it.
Just some food. There you go. The Lord, food, money, and the family. That's all. That's all we could use in life, and that's all we need. That's good, Melton. All right, before we let you go, anybody you want to give a big shout out to?
My family, God, and my teammates, and especially the coaching staff for giving me my opportunities.
All right, there you have it. All right, y'all give it up for third, Melton Green.
Good job, Melton.
All right, we'll step aside and take a break. We'll flip to the defensive side. Joining us once again here from the show and from the defensive side, moving to the linebacker side now. We had him on offense last year. Juwan Gittens joins us after the break here on the Hornet Nation Coaches Show.
Here's some good news. McCafferty Plumbing. That's right. I said plumbing. You know the McCafferty name. In fact, for 60 years, you've been able to count on the McCafferty name to provide service you can depend on. McCafferty Plumbing is now serving our area to help with all your plumbing needs. Call McCafferty Plumbing to come and fix whatever is bothering you. Large or small, we do it all. Call 936-400-7004. That's 936-400-7004. The service tradition continues. McCafferty Plumbing.
Kubota products provide the horsepower, versatility, and dependability to get the job done right. But that doesn't mean you can cut corners on your regular routine maintenance. Keep your equipment running smooth by bringing your Kubota mower, subcompact tractor, or Hay Series tractors into Huntsville Truck and Tractor for a tune-up or oil change today. Call one of our experts for any questions about your Kubota products or stop by Huntsville Truck and Tractor today, conveniently located at 2124 Highway 30 East in Huntsville, or call us at 936-291-8103 to keep your Kubota running strong.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to a windy Hornet Nation Coaches Show live from the Hornet practice field at Huntsville High School. I'm Carlos Zimmerman. Alongside me is Brian Adams. Before we move into our next segment, I do want to let you know you can listen to 101.7 KSAM this week for your opportunity to win 2 seat-back ticket seats to the ball game coming up this Friday at Bauer Stadium. It will be during the KSAM Wake Up Morning Show, so tune in for your opportunity to win. We're looking at Wednesday. For that, looking at Wednesday morning on the KSAM Wake Up Morning Show. And I'll be your host, so along with our friend Tracy. So tune in then for an opportunity to win some tickets to the ball game on Friday. All right, joining us from the defensive side. Yes, the defensive side from the linebacker core. Y'all give it up for number 1, Juwan Gittens. Come on. Juwan, how are you, sir?
I'm doing good.
Doing good? You have a good day today? Good off day?
Yeah, it was
kind
a good
of an off day. I know y'all still had to practice, but still a good holiday. Yeah. Good deal. So, how you been just since the last time we saw you?
Well, I've been good. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get better.
Trying to get better every day.
On the defensive side, trying to learn new stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you. Just how's it been? Just transitioning back to that school football.
School and football.
Yeah.
It's really the same thing every year. Just go to class, do your work and stuff. You know
there you go. We'll fix that. We'll fix that one for you right here. BA, what you got for him?
Well, let me get my notes in order here. Juwan, being a running back in 2021, quarterback, running back last season, and moving to linebacker this season, what's it been like switching over to the defensive side of the football?
It was a little rough transition, but I kind of got the hang of it, got back in the ropes of it, cause I ain't played it probably since middle school, so then trying to move right back into it, you gotta get a feel for it, going back into it, so it's been all right.
So the transition has been good and smooth?
Transition been good.
Well, we've heard nothing but positive things about your play and your desire to learn the position, but your physicality is what that inspires, I think, your teammates and everybody else, man. So keep it up.
What's it been like just hitting someone again?
It feel good. Sometimes you hit them wrong, it hurt, but you'll be all right.
I understand that fully because I played linebacker in high school, and if you don't hit somebody right, it dings you up, and then you're heaving for breath at some point. So I'm sure you understand that. Big win for you guys Friday night. Way to just sway the momentum your guys' way. A couple big defensive scores for your defensive unit. Just how's it feeling amongst you guys and the linebackers?
We feeling pretty good. I hope we're feeling good going into this game too. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, absolutely.
Try to get everybody going on the D.
So where do you feel like you guys need to improve going into Friday?
Improve, like Coach Sutton said, tackling more, even though we did tackle pretty good last Friday, but we still need to get better at it.
For sure. How was practice today?
Practice was good.
Good.
Yeah.
Working through everything
Good.
You know wasn't as hot, obviously.
No, it wasn't that hot this morning.
There you go. BA?
Being one of the leaders in the locker room, what have you been able to do to help your teammates in their own individual growth as a player?
Just encourage them to do better and get better, and then be your best every day. You know what I'm saying? Go out to practice. Practice like it's going to be the last practice.
It's good.
I love that.
It's a good mindset to have.
It is.
So switching over to the defense, you're obviously were teammates with them last year, but now working with them on a closer level. Shiloh Jones, Trayvon Johnson, McCork, Norman. Just what's the chemistry been like amongst you guys?
Like you said, with the big hits and stuff, I'd be trying to. I know Shiloh like that stuff, so I'd be trying to get him going. So if he see me, then it'll get him going. Then Bug follow right behind. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Looking at Belton, initial thoughts on them?
Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you. I missed this game last year, so I'm really just going in. I watched the film and stuff. Look like they all right.
Okay.
So
just going in cold turkey and hoping for the best.
Just got to go play and compete.
There you go. Brian?
Juwan, how do you keep building this momentum that you guys are currently on now?
Keep building?
Yeah. Because you guys the momentum you guys have right now, in my opinion, I mean, you just smoked Bryan Vikings, and you just had a heck of a ball game. How do you keep that going?
Just keep doing the same thing you're doing, but get better every day you do it, though.
Hornet football.
There you go. Man. So that beautiful stadium behind us and the field house is on the way right now. Just what excites you, in your senior year? You're getting to play in that new stadium.
Man, Big Rod talking about the lights going out whenever you score a touchdown. So I want to see that. And then I want to see them stands packed too.
I expect it to be a capacity crowd. The night we get in, whenever that may be, it'll be a packed house. So you gonna be nervous, or are you gonna just take that energy and use it?
No, it's gonna be a regular night, a regular Friday night.
There you go. That's the attitude you need to have. So, all right, I'm gonna throw some rapid fire your way as we're starting to lose our light behind us. Just some of the ones I asked the third. Just you got a favorite meal at home?
Chicken Alfredo.
Chicken Alfredo. Just chicken and the noodles, or do you like mixing other stuff in there too?
You gotta have some sauce up in there.
Yeah.
If you're feeling good, you throw some sausage up in there.
Chicken and sausage.
Or some shrimp.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That sounds good. That sounds really good. Favorite subject in school?
History.
History. How come?
You have to learn about stuff before your time.
Who's your teacher?
Right now I got Coach Goree, actually.
There you go. Shout out to him. Let's see here. Least favorite subject in school?
Reading.
Reading.
Yep.
Not a reader?
No.
I hear that. I understand that. Who's your biggest inspiration?
My granny.
Okay. Why your granny?
She always be trying to push me to be better. Be a better person, be a better man.
Thoughts on playing for that guy over there, Coach Southern?
I feel like Southern, he gonna put you in the best position, be the best player. So it's pretty nice playing for him. He a good coach too. So yeah,
it's good. BA.
favorite childhood memory that you have that you recall?
Me and my brother, we had just got done playing with our cousins, picking up my bus, and we was walking home. It was a long, dark road. I think we had seen something in the woods, and we just took off.
So which one was faster, you or your brother?
I was fast. I think I was faster.
There you go.
I was faster.
There you go. Was it you and Trayshawn?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you were faster than him.
Yeah. Probably. We probably.
You think now it's still the same, or do you think he's faster now?
He got an extra gear now. I don't know.
Favorite kind of music?
Probably hip hop or R&B.
Okay. Do you have a favorite artist?
Rod Wave.
Okay. Rod Wave. Okay. So it hasn't changed from last year.
Nah.
Because I remember you said that from last year. Do you have a favorite NFL team?
Texans.
Texans. We gonna turn it around this year?
Yeah, we gonna be straight.
You think Stroud's gonna be the guy to lead, and then
Stroud and Dale, we'll be all right.
And how about Will Anderson on the other side, on the linebacker core? He's gonna be really good too. So I'm hopeful. 6 wins would just be great. Least favorite NFL team?
Cowboys.
Yes. There we go. Finally. I did a coach's show with men's basketball at Sam Houston. It took 8 weeks until I had someone like, I don't like the Cowboys, and it took only 3 weeks. So I appreciate you very much. Sorry to you Cowboy fans out there. I just don't like them. Anyway, favorite college team?
It's still the same, bro.
LSU?
It's still the same.
Tough night last night.
Yeah, they got one on us. We'll be all right.
You think Brian Kelly's your guy? Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. If you could play a different position besides linebacker, and you've played running back and quarterback, what would it be?
Either safety or receiver.
Okay. How come?
Safety, you really got a lot of freedom sometimes when you don't got to be in coverage. So, like on the run plays, you can just come downhill, beat to the ball.
And just lay a guy out.
You know what I'm saying?
And then receiver, like
receiver, you go head tap something.
Like Melton said, you get to play hero on that front. So, Brian?
If dream vacation, anywhere you wanted to go, could go, where would that be and why?
Right now, I'm trying to go to Colorado.
Colorado?
Yeah.
Tell me why.
I just like it.
Cooler temperatures?
Some mountains and stuff. Cool. Yeah, it is cooler.
And mountains.
We saw some beautiful mountains over the weekend there in Utah, BYU. So that I understand that.
Pretty nice.
Dream job after football.
Dream job. Probably real estate.
Real estate.
Yeah.
Interesting. Why is that?
I like to sell stuff.
Okay.
I like houses.
And they make really good money too.
Yes,
So that's good. All right.
Man.
We'll do some this or that real quick. Sleeping for 10 hours a night, or just taking one of those kind of naps that just slaps after practice?
I ain't gonna lie, I hit one of those after the morning. I had to sleep nap like that after practice this morning because Granny had made me do some stuff. Pick up on some stuff. I was a little tired.
Yeah.
From that, so
there you go.
Took me a nap. I don't know. I'll probably just take a quick nap.
There you go. All right. Breakfast or dinner? Dinner. Okay. So opposite of Melton.
I don't even eat breakfast in the morning.
Interesting. I'm the same way. I don't eat breakfast. I don't remember the last time I ate breakfast. Obviously, when we were in Utah, but
yeah, you did.
I'm sorry.
That's all good.
For backstory, folks, I didn't call Brian that morning and did not get him up.
No
for
wake-up
breakfast.
call from my partner over here, but that's all good.
It's okay. Gatorade or Powerade?
Gatorade.
Okay. Dr. Pepper or Coke?
Neither.
Neither. Is there another one, or are you not a soda drinker?
Not really.
Smart man. Smart man.
Very smart man.
Let's see. PlayStation or Xbox?
PlayStation.
Okay. iPhone or Android?
iPhone.
iPhone. Okay. We're 2 for 2 on that. Running or swimming?
Running.
Running. Interesting.
Can't play with that water.
Fair enough. Fries or tater tots, or hash browns, for that matter?
Fries. I don't even like hash browns and tater tots. I gotta be feeling some tater tots.
I understand that. Well, I already know this one. Texans or Cowboys. Texans the whole way. Astros or Rangers?
Astros.
Okay. LeBron or MJ?
MJ.
Okay. All right. So we got LeBron from Melton. You go why MJ?
MJ. He better than LeBron overall. He talking. he melatonin get on here talking about LeBron ain't had nobody unless he
What
had
you call
by
him?
himself.
Melatonin. That's great. Let's see here. Instagram or TikTok?
TikTok.
Okay. Why TikTok?
I don't even like Instagram like that.
It's fair. It's fair. All right, and the popular question on the show this year: if you were stranded on a desert island, and I want to stress desert island, what 4 things would you want with you?
I'd probably say, like Third said, my family, some weapons, some food, yeah, probably a boat or something.
A boat or something.
Transportation.
And get off that island.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. See, that's the smart answer right there. All right, Jawan, before we let you go, anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Oh, shout out to my granny, my pops, my stepmama, and all the rest of my family.
All right, there you have it. Y'all give it up for Jawan Giddens from the defense in the linebacker court. Jawan, thanks for coming on, man.
Good job, Jawan.
All right, we'll step aside and take one final break. She's not getting out of it tonight. Casey Kroll will hang out with us here to wrap up the show and let you know what's going on in Hornet Nation after this on the Hornet Nation Coaches Show.
Slaughter's Diesel Repair in Huntsville. The only name you need for repairs to your Power Stroke, Cummins, or Duramax engine. Our technicians have the expertise and experience to diagnose and repair these powerful and clean-running engines. Whether your diesel truck needs a routine oil change or brake service, or more specialized diesel service or emergency repair, the experts at Slaughter's Diesel Repair are here to help. Call us today at 936-697-5073 to schedule your appointment.
Thank you for once again selecting Wayne Cummins at WC Auto Center in Huntsville as the best mechanic for 2023 in the Reader's Choice Awards of Walker County. At WC Auto Center, Wayne and his team of technicians work hard to give you the best automotive repair experience in the industry. In business locally since 1997, you can trust WC Auto Center and Wayne Cummins with your vehicle. Call them at 936-291-1093. That's WC Auto Center in Huntsville.
Back here on the Hornet Nation Coaches Show, live at the Hornet practice field. Final segment rolling in. Joining us, as always, from the Huntsville Hornet Quarterback Club is the El Presidente, or El Presidenta. I didn't pass Spanish very often. Casey Kroll.
How are y'all tonight?
Doing great. It was a great Labor Day. Was it great for you?
It was pretty good.
It's good. It's good. All right, so what's going on in Hornet Nation for you guys?
This Friday night, we have another donation from the... Hold on, y'all. I'm old. I got to double check my note. I don't want to say it wrong. We have sunglasses coming out.
Okay.
For the first 250 from the Peyton Irwin Foundation.
Awesome.
So that's for the first 250 people. And then we will also have Thursday night under the scoreboard, our Spirit Gear sale. And then Friday night, up on the ramp to the left of the concession stand, we will have Spirit Gear for sale also. All this goes back to the program. Anything the boys need from 7th grade to varsity, that's what this is for. So I know everybody keeps posting, where can we get this, where can we get this, and everybody's saying different places in town. Please come see us for the Booster Club. We do have shirts, hoodies, caps, visors, cushions, ponchos, sunglasses. I mean, everything generated goes back into whatever it may be, meals, T-shirts, anything that coach says, hey, could you help us with this? That's what it's for.
Brian?
If people want to keep up to date with the Quarterback Club, where on social media can they go to do that?
We have a Facebook page. There's 2 Facebook pages that are Huntsville Football. The one that has the buzzy on it is the Quarterback Club. This was started many years ago, and we've changed a lot of hands, so we can't always go in and change titles and pages like we want to, because some of those people have gone on and passwords have been forgotten. So you'll see a lot of stuff posted. A lot of us share things on there. And if you do post or share something, make sure it's positive. You will be deleted if it's negative or inappropriate.
Yes.
We have several people that look at that, and there were some people that were deleted in the last 2 weeks. We don't mind people from the community sharing information to the parents and to students, but we don't support a lot of the things that have been put on there. Some people have put certain bars that are opening. We don't do that. This is for 7th grade through varsity, positive information only.
Amen. There you have it. All right. Before we let you go, with the new stadium approaching, just where are some areas that you guys are going to need some help?
When the new stadium opens, we have junior high games on Tuesday nights. We have JV freshman games on Thursday nights. The quarterback club is responsible for the concession stands on those nights. We are going to need some help. The more people, the better, because the more people, the less time you need to be in there. And it's just giving back. If your kid plays on Thursday nights, come help out on Tuesday nights. Give an hour of your time, maybe 15 minutes, whatever you can do. We also are going to have our Spirit Gear store that Coach has been so kind to give us a little place to be able to put our stuff in there. So we're going to need people to help with that. Also on Friday nights, home games, we have all these donations that have come out for Spirit Gear, or for rally towels, sunglasses. We need some parents to help pass those out. When we have the same 5 or 6 people, it gets kind of hard because we like to see our kids play too or come out on the field. Senior night makes it really difficult because all the senior parents have to be in 5 places at once.
Right.
So any help we can get, anybody that just wants to say, hey, I'll step in. And even on Friday nights, Wiesner's, Clint's so nice to feed our guys over at Northside Baptist Church for home games. Mm-hmm. Catch up with him, see if he needs help serving or even providing meals. Get with him and see what it can be done there too.
Well, there you have it. Casey, thank you as always for joining us
Thank
here
you.
at the end of our show. Absolutely. All right, before we go, folks, want to remind you, ball game Friday night. I believe it is a 7:30 kick. All right, there we go. 7:30 kick against Belton, 6:45 p.m. pregame. Again, on Wednesday, we'll be giving away 2 of the seatback tickets on the KSAM Wake Up Morning Show. I'll be giving those tickets away, so tune in for that. And then, of course, join us again next week. We'll be back at Chick-fil-A. It's not a holiday next week. Actually, I think it is, but it's not one of those federal holidays. So come out to Chick-fil-A, join us. It'll be a great time. We'll have 2 new players, of course, head coach Rodney Southern and another member from the coaching staff as well. Same time at Chick-fil-A at 7 o'clock. Hope to see you for the ball game coming up on Friday as well. That'll do it for another edition of the Hornet Nation Coaches Show. For Casey, all of our great guests, my producer Jordan Smith and Colin Neal and Eric Mays back at the studio, and my good man here, Brian Adams. I'm Carlos Zimmerman. We'll see you next time and next week here on the Hornet Nation Coaches Show. And as always, friends, have a pleasant tomorrow. And on the count of 3, guys, we'll give a big 1, 2, 3. Sting 'em, Hornets. Good night. We'll see you next week.
This has been the Huntsville Hornets Coaches Show with head coach Rodney Southern. Brought to you by Chick-fil-A. Hornet pride lives on KSAM.